What's going on, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys a reaction and analysis for the upcoming game, Holy Horror Mansion. What is that, you ask? Yeah, it's a spiritual successor to Yokai Watch. So now, a lot of you guys have heard the phrase Ghostcraft floating around. Yeah, that's not the name of the next Yokai Watch game, but of course, we will find out all about that in this video. Now, before we get started, I wanted to say thank you, truly, from the bottom of my heart, for enjoying all of my Yokai Watch content from ages ago, right? That was literally 10 years ago, if you think about it. So all of you guys that were kids watching all of my content are now 10 years older. You guys have a lot more critical thinking in your brain. So with that being said, keep an open mind on what we're about to see over here, because there's a lot of discourse happening that I've seen on official comments from the Level 5 Twitter that people are upset about. Just keep an open mind. Here's how this video is going to run down. We are going to watch the trailer. I'm going to debut it right over here for those of you guys that have missed it. There is English subtitles. Afterwards, we're going to go through and analyze frame by frame, and so we can learn a lot more about it. We'll then go over and visit the website, and finally, we will end with our final thoughts. Anyway, we got a long video for you guys today, so I hope you guys stick around to the very end so you guys can hear what I think about the entire trailer and everything. So, without further ado, let's jump on into it. Level 5 did a Vision 2024, which was it's like a Nintendo Direct, but for all of Level 5 games. They had some announcements for Professor Layton, Inazuma 11, and some other properties of there. But, you know, right now, the game that I really care about is Yokai Watch, hence wearing a Yokai Watch t-shirt, and you guys know what I've done for the entire brand historically throughout the years. So let's jump into this. Let's see exactly what we got, and we should have a good time. So stay tuned and stick around to the very end. Thanks. Here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay, right over here. Yep, this is where we're at. Okay. Oh, we are into this right now. Oh, we're watching. Concept for next Yokai Watch. Inspired by the legacy of Yokai Watch, which was called by some a social phenomenon, we had planned an entirely new project. This will also be our largest cross-media project to date. Please see for yourselves. All right, I'm going to turn up the volume. Concept of next Yokai Watch. Next concept for Yokai Watch. Here we go. Let's do this.
僕の家はマンションの屋上。マンションの大家はおばあちゃん。何の不自由もなく暮らす僕の家族。でもここは恐ろしい魔界へのゲートだったんだ。
There's the cat. That's the cat. We know that cat.
僕の鼻毛が異常発達。引っこ抜いてみたら緑色の何かが出てきた。謎の存在、ふにゃふにゃした何か。これをひとまずゴーストと呼ぼう。
Okay, dance break.
付きまとわれているうちにこいつへの理解が深まる。インしたものが生き物みたいに動き出す。これがこいつの個性だ。
I just love the music, man.
暇つぶしになる。
Yo, this is a jam right now.
そんなゴーストにはなんと仲間がいた。
That's the pineapple pen dude.
青いやつはいくつかのものを合成して。
Yo, how'd they get him?
I have a pen. I have a apple. ってやつだ。知ってるだろ？油断すると変な姿になりがちだけど、それなりに面白い。
Okay. Tell me about those dancers.
その迷宮の奥に何が隠されているのか。僕はそこで大切な何かを探す。街には善人もいれば悪党もいる。金のためには手段を選ばない悪徳企業、魔王堂。それが僕の宿敵だ。僕はゴーストの力を借りてヤバヤバ魔物アイテムを増産するブラックリーマンたちと戦うのだ。乗るだけで痩せる体重計。母さん、そんなのうさんくさいってわかるじゃん。
Cool. Yeah, pet the cat. Oh, I love that. Yo, Paws of Fury, I see you.
僕と僕の家族に降りかかったホーリーでホラーな物語だ。 この町はパンプキンに満ちている。
The town is full of pumpkins. Wonders. Cool.
いかがでしたか？多くの遊びを盛り込んだゴーストクラフト RPG ホーリーホラーマンションです。今回のテーマは家族。ストーリーからゲームデザインまで家族全員で楽しめるゲームを目指しています。家族全員で楽しむゲームとはどういう意味なのか。ホーリーホラーマンションは多くのエンターテインメント企業の皆様を巻き込んだ過去最大級のクロスメディアタイトルとなります。発売予定日と対応ゲーム機は現状未発表とさせていただきます。
Cool, man.
2025年春に本タイトルのみのクロスメディア発表会を開催し、関連グッズやメディア展開のご報告をしたいと思います。続報をお待ちください。
All right, great. Well,
本日の発表は以上。
There we have it. That's Holy Horror Mansion. Holy Horror Mansion. All right. Oh man. Yo, you got me in the first half. Hino-san, man, you can't. One does not simply hold up a silhouette of Whisper and then bait and switch us like that. Hino-san, my guy, help me. All right, so before we knee-jerk react and say it's not Yokai Watch, I'm so upset. Trust me, your feelings are valid. They are, but we need to hold that for a quick second. So that was the reaction to the trailer. I mean, the game looks cute. I think it's really great. So let's actually go through, break down what we saw in the trailer so we learn more about Holy Horror Mansion. And then we'll take a look at the website and give our final thoughts on the first impressions of this spiritual successor and or next concept. It literally says it right there. Next concept for Yokai Watch. So Yokai Watch isn't dead. It's there. It literally says it explicitly. Haunted Horror Mansion, man. All right, let's take a look. So right off the bat, level 5 starts off as they do with a Whisper silhouette. Help me. So right over here we have 10 Lordland. 10 Lordland? What? Does he live on the 10th floor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. His name's 10, whatever. Lordland, a weird, I don't know, switching of what their name actually is, or landlord. Apparently, my granny's the landlord. So that's pretty fun. We can see over here that kid has a pretty stereotypical family. You know, older sister, mother, father, of course. Yo, dude, how's this guy have how's he buttoned up while sitting down, man? Don't you know you gotta unbutton as you sit down? All right, anyway, maybe that's different culture. Anyway, carrying on. So, yeah, the place is also a gate to the underworld, it says. And then here's Holy Horror Mansion. And then this cat right here. We've seen this cat teased to us months ago. Hino-san on his Twitter put a picture of this thing and like really got us in the mood for like Yokai Watch 5's coming, watch out. And then we got some words of ghost craft floating around on the internet. We didn't really know what was going on, and now it's come to fruition. This cat right here could be the next Jibanyan. I don't know. It seems to be the mascot. Little yokai right over here, so I'm very excited about that. Found this weird camera in a locked room. After playing with it, one of my nose hairs started growing like crazy. I yanked something out, and something green came out with it. A mysterious being, kinda squishy. Let's call it a ghost for now. So yeah, as you can see over here, there's multiple types of ghosts. The dance break, though, that's kind of fun. Hino-san mentioned it being some sort of like cross-media promotion. I'm not really sure what that means, other than the fact that, you know, they have maybe partnered up with, I don't know, a company that has record label and cool dancers on the side. Green concept dance Santa. I don't know why it's called Santa, but let's just call them the Santa ghosts. It's no longer following around. To better understand it, it enters anything and starts moving like it's alive. So that's typical yokai behavior. So the green ghosts go into inanimate objects like this thing right over here, this pig, and it starts moving like they're alive right over here. So as you can see in that one little piece, our mascot yokai, the one that's dancing in the corner of the screen over here, is like a lucky cat doll, right? As we've seen in the culture. So the green ghost enters that, and then it becomes alive, which is super fun. Oh, and you can see over here, I do not have Google Translate over here. You guys can Google Translate it and let me know in the comments. But this is our first yokai. It's 001, the very first one. So I think it's going to be like a main character and our partner yokai throughout the series, kind of like Jibanyan. Number 2, if you look over here, is that pig. You can move on to the next one right over here. It's a piggy bank yokai. So it looks like you found a yokai, you inspired it with a green ghost, and then it became that. Right over here, this is like some sort of candle. Like a little, you hold on to the bottom of the candle, and the candle's in the middle of it. It looks like a little candle dog. I'm not really sure too much about that for number 5. And then, of course, number 7 obviously looks like a teapot yokai. So really fun. Very, very much yokai inspired. You can see that over here, the piggy and everything like that. Maybe this is their move on what they do. Again, you guys are going to have to translate it for me, but this is maybe their ultimate move or something like that. You can see this icon right over here, which is like maybe a special move. And then this icon over here seems to be like a physical 1, 2, 3 hit, if we know anything from Blaster's icons. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Love to see that. Yeah, it's also, so it's got a ghost, and it's the blue ghost right over here. They somehow got this was like a meme years ago where dude was like, pineapple pen, and he was dancing, and it became very, very popular. So this guy somehow came back over here as like a little thing. Picotaro is like the next of the ghost types, right? We saw 3 different ghost types. Right over here, based on the UI, you have 3 elements that you can add onto the ghosts. You have an element A, an element B, and an element C. So you have a pen, for example, scissors. You have a binder clip. You have apples, pumpkins. These are bottle caps. We have the hot dog, a popsicle, and a cucumber. So just by putting all these things together, you're going to essentially make a brand new yokai, such as this. It's a pen and an apple and, of course, bottle caps. And you have it right over there. So this guy right over here is probably, I don't know, you got a banana for the B, you got the gourd, like a pumpkin for A, and then C, I'm not really sure what those are. Maybe cucumbers, maybe something else. But yeah, you can see over here that there are loads of different things that you're going to put together in order to make something. This guy's like a ramen noodle dish, right? Like this is the fish cake right over here. This is like ketchup and mustard, a little an egg, you've got some chicken, and you've got the ramen bowl on top. This dragon is like 100% made out of like chip clips and like clamps for its hands. You can see that the ramen guy is holding on to like a little corn dog. And then right over here is like a little tomato, a cute little tomato with like forks for legs, and then like envelopes. Looks like envelopes for wings, and then like a whistle for the nose. Now, when we look at all of those different blue ghost yokai that are like amalgamations of things, I want to say that you have to do a certain combination to unlock them. I don't think it's going to be a full-on, like, you can put anything together times 3, which is the A, B, and C components. I don't think it's like that. I think you're going to have to find specific things to put together, because that would be crazy. Unlimited amount of yokai to do that. But of course, what we have over here is like the avant-garde yokai, the pink ones, avant-gardes. Now these little ghost yokai, they somehow build their own worlds. Those of you guys that have watched Jujutsu Kaisen know about the concept of like domain expansion, right? This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of domain expansion, where you find this cake and then you make it like, that's the world, and now you're somehow sucked into that world. And you can see over here that we have our main character like in some sort of weird, I don't know, strawberry cake land, because the pink yokai jumped into the strawberry cake. Really interesting. This very much reminds me of like evil Lord of the Rings kind of things, right? This is the DeVille Corp, and you can see the Eye of Sauron over here, obviously. The Darkari men and their weird monster items. So it's more like business, if anything. Darkari Men, a scale that lets you lose weight just by stepping on it. So apparently this corporation sells like inspirited cursed objects. And the cursed objects, people don't know about them. So very, very Jujutsu Kaisen now that I think about it, man. Anyway, if you haven't watched the anime, I highly recommend it. 2 seasons, dude. Really good. So there's some cursed objects. People don't know about it. They're selling them to the masses and they're profiting off of it. And then, of course, over here, we have like all of the different items that can be inspirited, right? We have our cat that is the green. Yeah, these are all the green inspirits. That's right. That's right. Because the green ghost inspirits the inanimate objects. We can see a trash can. We see a washer dryer. We see a bike. We see a trash bag. You see the candle. Here's the little candle thing that we were talking about, the candle dog. Of course, our main character, the yokai right over here. A broom. There's like a... Oh, dude, that's so funny. Yeah. Hold on. I don't know if you saw this, but there's an umbrella over here. And typically, the umbrella yokai has one eyeball, right? Remember that? Oh, Palisol. Dude, that's actually really cool. So we might get an umbrella yokai as like an homage to Yokai Watch. But of course, like that's like a real historical yokai. Remember, yokai aren't just like made up things. They're based off of mythological creatures in Japanese culture. All right, anyway, so we have Cameron the Ghost Camera. He's fully animated. You can see over here that you can pet the cat. I hope that you... Yeah, I mean, I hope it's just not cutscenes. The whole trailer looks like all 90% cutscenes anyway. But instead of grabbing a yokai watch and like looking through it to notice things and then like, I don't know, tapping on the screen to like crack them open or whatever, we're going to be using this camera right now. And we're going to be using a camera on the cursed objects. And we can see over here that, boom, that trash can was a cursed object. And it turned into this monster over here. So before we go too far into it, this is some very primitive UI. The primitive UI just shows like our health bar in the corner over here. It also shows the enemy health bar. You can see the name of the enemy over there. But it looks like we can do some sort of ultimate move and then, boom, knock him out. So this is interesting too. As you can see, you're on the street corner over here, and you can see all the different 3 types of ghosts in the area. You can see the green ghosts. You can inspirit the car or something. I don't know, inspirit the lamppost. Maybe there's a domain happening over here with the avant-garde ones. And the blue ones are floating around over here. Maybe you pick up the blue things on the ground and you could put them together and craft them into a ghost. You can see them all over the place. So like these yokai are everywhere, causing you problems and messing up your hair. So this one's interesting. I loved seeing this. When I saw this, this confirms what I wanted it to confirm. Remember when we saw the one green ghost yokai and then he inspirited something? But of course, you can get multiple green ghost yokai, at least one more. So that means that I want to say that the red yokai, that's the green ghost right over this little cat thing, I want to say that he's going to be a main character, kind of like Jibanyan throughout our adventures. And then likewise, this little piggy bank is a second ghost. So it's not like you have to just pick and choose one of them. You can maybe build a team of them. I don't really know how it's going to go. But those icons make me think that it's going to be very Blasters-like. Who knows what happens, right? Maybe a little mix of Blasters, maybe a little mix of turn-based, traditional RPG with like health bars and stuff. Who knows? But this is cool that we can see that you can have 2 green ghosts on the team. And then you can see the city is just like lit up with green ghosts. This town is full of pumpkins. Localization team, kind of a miss there. It says the town is full of wonders. I don't know, maybe the way it sounds in Japanese is something, but that's completely lost on me. It's not a thing. Holy Horror Mansion, here we go. So now, supported platforms secret right over here. So this is interesting. This tells me that they're going to be releasing in some preview footage of the game in April of next year. And of course, we all know the rumors right now circulating that the next fiscal year is going to be the launch of the next Nintendo Switch. So saying that it's a secret platform, of course they're going to be developing for the new Nintendo Switch and possibly like PS5 or whatever. That's so cool, right? That definitely confirms it. But will they make a copy of it that's going to be backwards compatible with Switch? It would behoove them to do so, right? Like a simultaneous release, like you know how Twilight Princess was on GameCube and it was on Wii. Breath of the Wild was on Wii U and Switch. If they did something like that, it would be really good. Anyway, This one says release date, who knows? Price, fair. And then it says coming soon. And those colors, those are like the Yokai Watch colors, right? Of like the dial of the Yokai Watch. Like that's the thing, it's there. Maybe not that soon, just wait a little while, okay? Because pushing back games and dev crunch is our brand here at Level 5, as we know. It's just really on brand for them to announce a release date and then push it back and push it back and push it back because it's not ready. So at the end of the day, let them cook, right? Here we go. So what do you think? It's packed to the brim with fun activities. It's a Ghostcraft RPG. Introducing Holy Horror Mansion. The theme of this title is family. From the story of the game to the design, an experience for the whole family to enjoy together. Enjoying it as a family. I wonder what that means, right? Partnering with top entertainment companies. Now, Level 5 and Dentsu, the big conglomerate anime company, they've been working together for years, right? They pull a lot of the strings because they have a lot of that money. So I wonder what other entertainment companies Level 5 is working with. I don't have that answer, so I don't know if it's public knowledge. I'll have to do a little bit of research on that. But why, though? Why do that? They want to partner with those other entertainment companies to get mass marketing, to make sure that it replicates the cultural phenomena that was Yokai Watch, right? Because their latest Yokai Watch entries were not as popular, so they had to do something different. So they're partnering with these top entertainment companies so that they have a stake in what's at play over here, right? Because like if you and I partnered up and you're not doing a good job, that's on me too because we're partners. So I better make sure that you do a good job with it, right? So they have multiple companies that they're partnering with, so they're going to make sure that this is going to be successful. Now, does that necessarily mean that they have a lot more budget to make an English translation and mass market it outside of Japan? We don't know yet, right? And simply because of the way that history worked out, you know, it really wasn't worth it for them to do that. Especially, I'm looking at you, Yokai Watch 4 localization. Cross Media Project, the largest one. Release schedule and platforms will remain unannounced for now. And as you can see over here, we'll hold a cross-media showcase for the game in spring 2025. So spring 2025, I want to say we're going to have prototypes of the Nintendo Switch 2 available to a lot of the developers out there. So hence, the showcase will have a running build on the new Nintendo Switch. That's my prediction right over there. Because spring 2025 is like, that's like the beginning of the fiscal year. So like, I'm good with that. Anyway. Moving on to reveal the related merchandise and media plans. Okay, merchandise, just give me like a camera. I'll take a little Cameron to wrap around my neck and like snap some things. It's going to be very Yokai Watch. You know it's going to be. There's going to be like, I don't know, film or something like that you can collect all the different film things. I don't know. But I think it's going to be really cool. Ask you to stay tuned for further updates. And that's the end of the presentation. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was the analysis done. Let's go take a look at the website. The town is full of pumpkins. Again, that misses. No, we don't, no. So here we go. Level 5's largest ever cross-media project, a heartwarming horror story about a mysterious family. The young hero who lives in a mansion atop of the apartment building owned by his grandma, finds a camera in a locked room, encounters a ghost, and gets caught up in all kinds of turmoil. We have official renders over here. We have official renders for these two characters, and I'm excited for it. That's really good. We can, save as. We can save as right over this way, and that's it. And then you can see over here that these are screenshots from the presentation. And the title is Holy Horror Mansion. It is considered a Ghostcraft genre. Remember, we got the two words Ghostcraft in our minds previously as a title for this upcoming game, but that's not the case. It's a genre. It's you're crafting ghosts, and it's an RPG. So like maybe two things together. Anyway, design and production is all Level 5. It's all in-house. They're not, having anyone else do it. Level 5 is probably going to publish it too. So yeah, that's all in-house. So I love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. So there we have it, friends. Holy Horror Mansion. The name, I don't know. The name is a little interesting to me. Let's talk about our final thoughts over here. There are a lot of people online right now. I was just looking at the comments on the official Twitter. There's no way I'm going to put that on screen right now because people are belligerent. So I was looking at Level 5's tweets on all of this stuff, and a lot of people are upset that it's not the next Yokai Watch, right? Where's Jibanyan? Where's Whisper? Where are all my Yokai friends? How come it's not Yokai Watch 5? This is garbage. Like, go back to the drawing board. You did this wrong. Like, I hear all those sentiments, and trust me, like, I feel some of those, right? Would I have wanted a proper Yokai Watch 5? I would want that more than any of you guys. Trust me, I would. But at the same time, they're trying something new, and right now, you can't necessarily rule out that it is not going to be a Yokai Watch game, right? Who knows if we're going to see any of our friends from the previous Yokai Watch series, right? Who knows if we're going to see that stuff? So you can't rule that out. You can't be so naive to look at a first impression and say that. Why else would they put a Whisper silhouette right over here, right? What's going on? So why else would they put Jibanyan over here for the concept of the next Yokai Watch, right? Why would they say that explicitly at the very beginning? Why would they do that if it's not related to Yokai Watch? Two arguments here, right? Two arguments. One argument is, Abdallah, dude, you're grasping for straws. Get over it. Yokai Watch is dead, man. You're just really holding on to whatever you think you can hold on to for Yokai Watch. It's over. They don't care about us, right? That's the first argument. And for that, I say, you could be right. You could be right. Maybe it's a bait and switch because they know that Yokai Watch is so popular and they want people to grasp onto it. Hey, if you like Yokai Watch, try this. Mom says we have Yokai Watch at home, kind of a deal. It could be that, right? It could absolutely be that. And then there's the other side where it's like, you know what? Maybe there actually is Yokai Watch in here. There's a lot of elements of Yokai Watch that we've seen. Different ghosts, different spirits. Who knows if they're going to put Jibanyan in there? Heck, dude, they put Jibanyan as an Easter egg, $8 DLC, and Megaton Musashi as like a pilot driver. And I spent $8 on that. It was kind of cool. But of course, like, we don't know right now. We don't have the information. So it just pains my heart seeing like a whole bunch of belligerent people, and I mean, that's what the internet is, right? You're just hiding behind anonymity, saying whatever you want without consequence. And I get that, right? I get that. So people that are outraged that this is not an official next Yokai Watch, I think I say to that, you just got to let them cook. You got to let Yokai Watch cook because that's what they're doing right now. They're cooking something new. Do we know if there's going to be some sort of cross-world reference, right? Where it's like, okay, here's Yokai Watch. You're going to play as 10 and mess around with this gateway. But maybe the gateway is to the actual Yokai world and something's going on with King Enma. And here's our old friends, Whisper and Jibanyan. And then we meet up with them as different characters. And maybe we're going to see Nate, or maybe we're going to see Katie, or all of the other characters that we loved in the previous series. You don't know, right? I can't say, yes, that's definitive, and you can't say no, that it's not definitive, right? We're at this midway point where we have to have an open mind for it. And I kind of preface this video with, dude, a lot of you guys have been watching my content since you were kids, right? Seriously, Yokai Watch was 10 years ago, almost to date, right? That was 2015. The game came out in 2013 in Japan. We started playing it day one, and I've been a pioneer ever since. We played every single title, and I really, really pushed it. So you guys are 10 years older than what you were 10 years ago when you started watching my concept and all of the Yokai Watch stuff. So with those 10 years, you guys have matured, you've grown up, some of you guys have jobs, some of you guys have graduated, some of you guys are married, maybe you have kids, I don't know. The fact of the matter is, we're a different generation 10 years from when we first started watching little fart jokes with Cheek Squeak and all those yokais, right? Or the different yokai, right? We're a different, mature audience right now. So we have to think critically, right? We just got to take what's in front of us, take all of everything that we have, and then have an open mind. If you come out here saying that Yokai Watch is officially dead, dude, you're cooked. You know what? You might as well be not in this community if you're saying that Yokai Watch is officially dead. When they have the information right here, they even quote Yokai Watch. So don't say that. You can't be so naive to think that. I honestly think that the fans right now, we just need to take a step back, take a breather, go relive some nostalgia. If you're really feeling Yokai Watch, go watch some of my videos and relive your old childhood memories. you just have to take a step back and let them cook at this point. You can't be jumping to conclusions saying that Yokai Watch is dead, right? A lot of people have been saying that the last couple of years. We never got a Yokai Watch 4 localization, and like there's a lot of reasons to that. I'm not going to go on a long tangent, but at the end of the day, everyone outside of Japan, specifically the United States, they didn't give Yokai Watch a chance. They called it a Pokemon ripoff. They they weren't all crazy about the merch. They weren't all crazy about the anime. And at the same time, there was a lot of piracy that happened in the dark webs of the Yokai Watch community. And that sucks, man. That like literally sucks. Imagine if you spent, millions of dollars making a game and then you have a bunch of dumbass kids. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm very passionate about this. You have a bunch of dumb A kids who find out a way to hack their 3DS and get the game for free, making all of your efforts for naught. That pisses me off. And because of the people that pirated all the different Yokai Watch games, 2 Blasters, Yokai Watch 3, all in the Nintendo 3DS free shop, we don't have Yokai Watch 4, right? That's it, man. We don't have it because of those people, right? Yokai Watch 4 didn't make a lot of money. Yokai Watch 3, they did a limited run release of the actual physical game because they knew that people were pirating it anyway. They already given up at that point because of how we rolled out the welcome mat for level 5 in Yokai Watch. Now, when I say we, sure, like that's everyone outside of Japan. Me specifically? Heck no, man. I bought every single game. I bought every single watch. I bought every single Yokai Watch medallion thing. Like, me. I was pioneering this game. But to hear from the inside sources that one of the biggest reasons why Yokai Watch failed was simply due to piracy and lost trust of everyone outside of Japan, like that sucks, dude. So the fact that people did that, I mean, piracy is going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing no matter what. But the fact that level 5 lost trust in the United States because of that, dude, that actually sucks. Like, to no end. So we can point the finger at anything. Hasbro did a terrible job of their medals. No, dude, you just didn't spend the money and buy it. That's it. Or like the anime didn't have enough episodes. Like, no, you just didn't watch it. People didn't watch the game, right? Oh, there's no way I can get Yokai Watch 3. They made a limited run on it. No, you just didn't buy it off the eShop. It's just like, there's a lot of finger pointing on why level 5 didn't localize things, and people just don't understand that. That localization takes a lot of money. It takes millions of dollars. I was talking with the dev team of Yokai Watch 4 before it came out, and I knew everything that they had going on. But the small dev team that were English speaking and wanted to work on the localization, they didn't have the budget for it. They didn't have that budget for that outside release. And so if they don't trust that the game will sell well, why would they spend the millions of dollars localizing it? So those of you guys that are saying Yokai Watch 4, we didn't get that, where is it? That's your answer for you. Anyway, man, sorry guys, it's just, I'm very passionate about the Yokai Watch franchise. I don't play the games every day. They don't make new ones, and I have to keep on making new content. So, like, forgive me for not playing your favorite childhood game every single day. I'm so sorry. Those videos exist, and you can rewatch them. And, of course, I have to move on and do other things. But you guys know me, dude. Yokai Watch, I was invited over to the LA offices as, like, a special guest. I got to see them a couple times. Hino-san, I met, shook his hand, took some pictures with him. Like, Yokai Watch is me. That is my brand, and you guys know that. So me being extra passionate for the last like 5 minutes over here, it's just my thoughts. It's just unfiltered. And, if you can't handle that, I'm so sorry. But you guys are 10 years older than what you were before. So I think you can handle that. And I think you guys can critically think. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your comments in the comments below. It's inevitable. We're going to get a lot of people that are just going to point fingers. It's not Yokai Watch 5. What are you doing? Go back to the drawing board. Like, those are valid, but like, calm down, man. Let them do their thing, and we'll reconvene whenever there's new news to go over. So keep it locked here. If there's any other news that comes out, please tag me on Twitter or whatever, and then we'll make a reaction video to it. And of course, when April comes out, when the new Nintendo Switches were announced, they're going to have a brand new demo for the game. And who knows what happens from now until then on the entire drawing board points. Right now, there's a picture of Japanyan over here, and there's a silhouette of Whisper, so there's no way you guys are telling me there's not going to be those two characters somehow in the game. Anyway, let me know your theories in the comments. what do you think the storyline is going to be? I would love to hear some sort of like creative narratives of Yokai, Yokai Watch, Whisper, Jabanya, Nate, all that stuff, mixing together with 10 and the 3 different ghost types. I would love to hear that. Anyway, that's it. I've been rambling on for a little bit, and I can't wait to read all your comments. Take care.